Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be going through some more vintage items and accessories for Barbie, and I'm going to be doing a fashion pack and then also bag number 10. I want to start out with the fashion pack because I keep talking about this in a lot of my videos about the no-sew buttons and that kind of stuff, and I believe that this is what these are. So you'd be able to put these on without having to sew it, but I'm not exactly sure and I don't know really how they work. But just to show you the packaging, this is not opened at all. I think I did get it off of eBay. They're a little bit harder to find that have not been opened, but in there you can see a whole bunch of different kinds of buttons. And then over here is some belt buckles, and then some zippers, some more really pretty little buttons, little flowers. And then it's the Barbie PJ. It says Barbie and her friends PJ, Christy, and Julia. So I think I had mentioned in another video that I had found out that PJ is actually Barbie's best friend, and I did not know that. So anybody that didn't know that, I found that information out, I think on one of the boxes. So anyway, if anybody knows how this fashion pack actually works, or if you guys, anybody out there has a fashion pack that they would be willing to share a picture or a video of, please leave it in the comments for me. I'd be interested to see what other kinds that are out there. So now I'm going to go through the bag number 10. Now bag number 10 was all clothes, or not clothes, I mean all shoes. So I'm just going to kind of go through as quickly as I can because there's quite a few in here. And then maybe you guys can help me figure out if there's something in here that doesn't look like it's Barbie, maybe you can help me figure out what doll it belongs to, or maybe it's a clone. So first I'm going to start out with these, the squishy boots. They're called squishy boots. So I have two pairs of white ones, a pair of brown ones, a pair of green ones, and I think that that's the extent of, I do have this one very unusual orange. I think that this one, it belongs to, I can't remember the name of that outfit, but it might be a Francie size. So I do not have the other one to that, at least in this bag. Now I have some other vintage boxes that I still have yet to go through, so I am hoping that I still have this one in a bag somewhere. As far as markings on these squishy boots, they should all say, and I'm going to look before I put it up to the camera because my phone might not catch it. Don't know. Let's see if I can see it on the. They should say Japan on there, and it's hard. It's really hard to tell, especially with my camera because it doesn't focus right. Let's see if I can see it on maybe the brown one. I can't tell. It's got a bunch of writing on there. So anyway, they should say Japan on the bottom of them, because those are probably the most sought after boot is the squishy boot. Okay, so then the other boots that I have are like, they're the more, maybe for more of a clone Barbie doll. And they do fit Barbie, but they're just hard plastic. So I have a pair of green ones, and I have a pair of yellow ones. Oops, we have shoes inside of there. Let me dig that shoe out of there. The shoes can get stuck inside of these boots. Get it out of there. Okay, so I have a pair of yellow ones, and then I also have a pair of orange ones. And like I said, these are probably not, oops, that one's got a shoe in it too. These are probably not sought after like the squishy boots. Okay, so I'm going to move these off to the side because they're really large. All right, so I'm going to pick out these shoes because they're big. These belong to Ken. And then here's some Ken. Let me see if I can find the other one of that. Hopefully I have that pair. There they are, a pair of little slippers for Ken. And then I have some of these tennis shoes. Now, these tennis shoes could be for Barbie. They could be for Dusty, which is another doll that was made, I believe, in the mid-70s. I think she was made by Ideal. It could be that they were cloned. You see these tennis shoes all the time. They are not marked. So they could be Mattel, they could not be Mattel. If you guys have any ideas about those, please leave that in the comments for me. I also have another pair of those as well. So, and then I have a pair of these little tennis shoes. Now these are probably maybe for, I don't know, it's kind of strange. I wouldn't say Skipper would be wearing these, but it could possibly be, or they are, again, maybe clone tennis shoes. They're pretty small, so I don't know who would have those. I don't know if Barbie would fit into those or not. Okay, and then these shoes, this red shoe here, these are Tammy shoes. So those other white ones could quite possibly be Tammy as well. I do know that these are Tammy shoes because I have a Tammy doll that has these on them, and they look extremely familiar. They look exactly like this. So I'm thinking that these are Tammy, and so these could possibly be Tammy as well. They look kind of similar to that. Her foot is a little bit bigger as well, so they could be. And then here again are some black ones like that too. So these are a little bit smaller, so these could be clone Barbie. And then here's some black loafers for Ken. These are a little bit harder plastic versus these brown ones. These ones are squishy. These ones are more hard. So I'm not sure which one would have come first. The squishy ones probably. Don't know, but I do know that those are for Ken. And then we have, let's see, there's so many choices here. There's Pilgrim Shoes. I've got all kinds of Pilgrim Shoes. And the Pilgrim shoe looks like this. It has that little scoop up on top. So, and so they made these, I think, for clones as well. So I don't know if any of these would be marked. This one looks like it has a marking on it. So I don't know if any of these would have been made in Japan or not. If you guys know the answer to that question, please leave that in the comments for me, because I really don't know about the Pilgrim shoe. How sought after that shoe really is. I mean, I know that there's outfits that go to that shoe. Quite a few vintage outfits, so that's what I have right now. I think that's all that I have of that particular type of shoe. And then I have these little wedgie shoes. Now I see these on eBay all the time, but I am not sure if they're made out of real cork, the ones that are the valuable ones, and then these are made kind of like out of plastic, but they're really cute. So I don't know. Let's see if there's markings on these at all. Looks like they may have had markings at one point in time, but they're not marked. Wait a minute, there's one here. Don't know if we can see that. It says, looks like it says Korea on it. I don't know. It looks like it says Korea. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the wedgie that is the wedge shoe that is valuable. But I have quite a few different pairs of those, and I don't think that these are all that I have of these as well. But there's quite a few different colors. So looks like I might be missing, well, there's the white one right there. Looks like I'm missing a blue one right now. Oh, there it is right there. So the only one that I'm missing is the pink one. And so I guess I'm missing a pink one, which isn't too bad out of all of those. So here's some more of those little tennis shoes. And these could be, like I said, they could be from clone Barbies. And they're pretty small. Let's see. So some of the, what would be considered the Francie or the Skipper shoe, those should be marked Japan if they are the real deal. So I'm not seeing the markings on these, but that doesn't mean that these, let's see, it doesn't mean that these aren't neat. I think this one does, oh, this one says Taiwan, so that's not Japan. Here's the other orange one, so I got both of those pairs. And then here's some more Pilgrim Shoes in yellow. And then I have some more of these little white shoes, and I can't tell if they say Japan or not. It's so hard to read these, but I do know if they say Japan, those are the ones that are probably the most sought after. Not saying that these ones don't carry any value at all, but they are the knockoff shoe, or the, you know, the clone. So I don't see any that has a marking on it, but I think it says Taiwan. So I've got quite a few pairs of these white ones. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all the pairs that I need. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of the white ones there. And then, so here comes some of these other heels. Now, I cannot tell whether these would have value, and I do know that some of them do. And if you are a Barbie collector that knows about Barbie shoes, other than the Japan marking, because I do know about the Japan markings on Barbie items, they are the more valuable ones. But my question is more for like these heels, and I know some of them that have the glitter in them can be valuable. If there's anybody out there that's watching this video that knows about Barbie shoes, if you're looking at these shoes, which ones would be considered valuable, and how would I know? Are they labeled a certain way? So the markings on these are very, very small. These are not marked at all, however, but they are clear glitter. And I have heard some things about the clear glitter shoes, but I'm not for certain. So if anybody knows about those, and then I have a blue pair as well. Now keep in mind that all of these things that were in this box, the shoes that were in this box, were along with only vintage items. What I would consider vintage is well, now I guess you could do some of the 80s, but more vintage is like 70s mod era and back. So a lot of these are with a lot of those items, and I see very little 80s stuff, 80s, no 90s at all. I don't see any 90s. These shoes here, they are, trying to think of what the outfit is that belongs with this, but I had dolls when I was a girl that did this very same thing. They have little hooks on them. I don't believe that they have that kind of stuff now. It's too hard to dress the doll. I haven't seen them, but you know, I don't buy Barbies now that are, you know, that are made now, because they're not, I like mostly vintage, unless it's like a, you know, like the Christmas Barbie and stuff. But I don't see dolls that have this kind of stuff anymore. So these are pretty cool shoe. Here is a skate. And these are very interesting as well, even though that these might belong to maybe Skipper, because I don't think that they're clone. They're very well made, and they're squishy. They're not hard plastic like like a clone would be. So if these look familiar to anybody, please let me know in the comments. The next shoes, oh, here's some Pilgrim Shoes if I could find the mate to that. So I've got a pair of black Pilgrim Shoes. Trying to think if I have these shoes here. These are just like some little heels, purple heels. I have those in pink by the Eon. Here we got 1, 2, 3 pairs of those. They look like that. And then I have heels that look like this. And this I don't know either. Are these Mattel? I don't recall seeing a shoe like that, but I mean, I could be wrong. They could be from the 80s or 90s even. But like I said, these, I don't think that any of these shoes are from the 90s era, because it's too vintage a box. It's not like they would have, it wouldn't make sense. So, I mean, if they are, they are, but if they look familiar to anybody, please let me know. So I have a couple of pairs of those. And then I have a purple pair as well. Then I have the slide-on heel, open back slide-on heel, which looks like this. Lots of Barbies had those. Let's see if I have any more pairs of those. I have a black pair. I have actually 2 black pairs of those. And so then I have, this could be from a clone doll. Very, very strange looking. That's very not well made at all. So I'm thinking that that's a clone heel. Very almost too basic, just a little piece of plastic. Oh, I found the pink wedge. Yay! So I have all of those. I have some more of these type of heel. Now these are a little bit different quality. They don't seem as sturdy as the pink ones that I had. So those could be clone Barbie, and they're also really small. They're pretty small. I have some more of these. Let's see if I can find the mate to that one. And I have a blue pair of those as well. And then here's some more of the Pilgrim shoe. And then all of these green shoes are flat. They look like they're imitation, or they're made in a different place. The ones from Japan would be the ones that are the valuable ones for Skipper and Francie. Here's some blue ones like that. These are even more flat. Those would not fit Barbie because Barbie has an arched foot. And then I have some more of those in, I think this is navy blue. I have a lot of these shoes. I will be selling off quite a bit of my items. So that's why I'm being so very detailed with all of this stuff. Some more of these heels. These look a little bit more updated. Maybe a Barbie and the Rockers. They're like fluorescent yellow. There's these little shoes, don't know. They're just probably just clone doll. Some more blue flats for Francie. Yellow flats for Francie. Some more open back shoes for Barbie. They're green. More flats. Kind of goldy orange color for Francie. I'm missing one pink shoe. I wonder if oh yeah, I did. It's back here. This pink shoe here. These are clone shoes, I can tell. The plastic is really, really thin. And then here's some more of these little heels in yellow. Some more yellow ones. And then I have one red boot. And I don't know, this is very similar to that, oh, you know what that is? Okay, on the bottom of this one it says Remco. So what I'm thinking that this might be is quite possibly, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that or not. I don't know, maybe Jan and, oh, what's the doll's name? I'm trying to think. Oh, I can't remember the doll's name. If somebody remembers the doll's name, but it's from Remco, so it's a small doll. I only have one of those boots, and that could quite possibly be what these belong to as well, because they look kind of like that too. But these aren't labeled. And then this last shoe is very unusual. It's a little bit bigger than what Barbie would be. So maybe Tammy, maybe it's a Tammy heel or little chap. And that's it. So lots of different shoes. If you guys have any information on these shoes, there's so many different kinds in here. I am really interested to find out if all the shoes, if you're an avid Barbie doll collector and you get into the clothing and the shoes, if you know anything about these and whether they were made for Barbie or if they're clone shoe, what their value would be. I mean, I don't need any help with the boots. These are obvious. They are marked Japan. So, but some of these other shoes, if you have any ideas about that or know what dolls they were made for, please leave it in the comments for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.